We've already had some really good games come out this year, but March has some titles that have been hyped up for months, and they're finally dropping. Hi everyone, I'm your host Retrospect, and today on Opera GX, we're going to be going over some of the top games coming out this March. If you've ever wondered what it's like to survive in one of the most radioactive places on Earth, Chernobylite 2 Exclusion Zone, releasing on March 6, is going to throw you straight into the Exclusion Zone, where the air itself even wants you dead. If you loved the game's Stalker, but you wanted something with a bit more supernatural horror, then this is definitely your game. The devs crushed their Kickstarter goal with over 200%, unlocking new locations, a co-op mode, and way more base building mechanics.
I want to offer you shelter and some guidance. Help you find other planewalkers if they're still alive, and get you back to your world. Won't happen until we figure out how to bring down the dome that turned the zone into one big prison. And you will help me with that. I suggest you get on with it without delay. Time is of the essence, planewalker.
Next up on our list is FragPunk 2, releasing on March 6th, and this is actually going to be free to play. Imagine if Valorant had power-ups that flip the rules every single round. Well, FragPunk is going to take new tactical FPS gameplay and inject a pure chaos unique card system with 150 different variations. You want to double jump like Titanfall? There's a card for that. Need to tank sniper shots to survive? Put a defensive card down. Developed by NetEase Studios, the same team behind Marvel Rivals, this new 5v5 shooter is all about unpredictable metas, clutch plays, and adapting on the fly. So if you love competitive shooters, but want something that's going to be way more fresh, keep an eye out for this one. Next up on our list is Split Fiction, releasing on March 6th. Here you're going to be following two totally different characters, Mayo and Zoe, both of them trying to land a publishing deal at Radar Publishing. Mayo is all about sci-fi and Zoe is a bubbly fantasy fan, but things go off the rails as they both get trapped up in a simulation that is trying to steal their ideas. The game is packed with different puzzles, boss fights, and genre-switching moments like side-scrolling, and then sometimes you go into sci-fi action games. So the gameplay is easy to dive into with different abilities, and it's from the team that made It Takes Two, Hazelight. So if that's any indication, it's going to be an incredible co-op game that's definitely worth checking out.
You have unpaid parking tickets. Time to die.
Excuse me? Run!
Old school JRPG fans, it's time to celebrate because Suikoden 1 and 2 are back with an HD remaster, letting a new generation finally experience the most legendary of RPG sagas ever. These classics have influenced newer games like Octopath Traveler and Fire Emblem with their massive cast of 108 recruitable characters, deep political drama, and turn-based combat, so if you've missed these games the first time around, do not let these slip by again. Rise of the Ronin is finally making its way to PC on March 11th, and if you missed it on PS5, now's the perfect time to give it a try. A lot of people have compared it to Ghost of Tsushima meets Assassin's Creed, but you have way more player freedom. This game is set during the final years of Japan's Edo era, so you control a customizable Ronin, a masterless samurai, making choices to shape your country's new future. So are you going to fight for the shogunate, side with some rebels, or forge your own path? And since this is the PC version, you'll be getting up to 8K resolution, 120 FPS, and tons of new PC features. Next up is Bleach Rebirth of Souls, releasing on March 20th. Bleach fans rarely ever get new game drops, and if they do, sometimes they're not that great. So finally, a one-on-one battle with every character's unique Senpaku abilities and Bankai transformations is looking to be a Bleach version of Dragon Ball FighterZ. If the combat is solid enough, this could be the anime brawler you guys have been waiting for, but fingers crossed it doesn't flop like Jujutsu Kaisen.
Ichigo's whole world.
begins now. I will stand at the top.
Do you really believe that you could ever cut me?
So the head captain finally arrives.
Ubisoft finally did it after months of delay. Assassin's Creed Shadows is releasing on March 20th. This is heading into the feudal era of Japan. Think Assassin's Creed Syndicate, with two playable protagonists, Noe and stealthy ninja Yusika, a powerhouse samurai. There's even an immersive mode for hardcore fans, and a canon mode for those who want a more guided experience. Don't forget, in classic Ubisoft fashion, part of the game already got leaked, but let us know what you guys think about this one. Are you hyped for more Assassin's Creed?
That darkness. Because you believe in my cause, we have come together, despite it all. To bring change, to bring light.
Atelier Yumia, the Alchemist of Memories and Envisioned releases on March 21st. As the 26th entry in the Atelier franchise, it's keeping things pretty classic with a mix of resource gathering, alchemy crafting, and solving puzzles that fans have come to love. But this time though, the world definitely feels a lot bigger, it's got different areas to explore, and Yumia even gets a motorcycle this time to zoom around on. It's pretty fun compared to previous titles, and there's also a pretty big focus on building and customizing bases across the land as you go, making it feel a lot more like your own world. Releasing on March 25th is Killing Floor 3, bringing the undead apocalypse to the future with blood-soaked carnage in 2091. Now this is taking some notes from Helldivers 2 and even Apex Legends, because this wave-based zombie shooter is ready to kick things up a notch with new features like a battle pass, a mission hub, and some new perks like Commando and Engineer, and these are all going to be tied to specific characters and classes. Think Mr. Foster, but for instance, he's now going to be tied to the Commando perk. The action is more intense than ever as well, because Tripwire's refined MEAT system is making the headshots explode and pop for more realistic gore. Plus, it's going to have crossplay support for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X, so you and your friends can team up no matter the platform. Japanese Drift Master is set to launch on March 26, bringing the thrill of drifting right to your fingertips. Set in the fictional Gintama Prefecture, the game offers 250 kilometers of open-world roads, including scenic mountain paths, rural streets, and busy city highways. Players can choose from a variety as well of fully licensed cars from iconic Japanese brands like Nissan, Mazda, and Subaru, each with their unique handling and weight, perfect for the high-speed drifts around corners. JDM will be available on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X with crossplay support, so you and your friends can team up no matter the platform. Mini Royale is dropping into early access on March 27th, which is bringing a bunch of chaotic toy soldiers to a giant bedroom battlefield. The open beta for this is already out, it dropped in October, but more features and just a full polished game is finally coming out, which is really cool. Up to 50 players get to parachute in, fight across oversized furniture, and scatter different toys around everywhere. You can even take cover behind skateboards and foosball tables, which is really cool. There's even like a little toy train that goes around the map. There are multiple game modes as well to keep it fresh, like the classic Battle Royale, a color conquest mode where eliminated players switch teams, and the good old-fashioned TDM. Releasing on March 27th is the first Berserker Khazan. This is taking the Dungeon Fighter Online universe and giving it a full-blown Souls-like treatment. This is set 800 years before DFO, and this game is trading the fast-paced beat-em-up action for brutal, precise combat where every hit hurts. Think Sekiro. But if you don't want to get one-shot or try and memorize the whole entire patterns, the devs actually added an easy mode, so there's no shame in trying to just enjoy the story. If you're into Souls-like RPGs with deep lore and just want to get lost in it, your next obsession could be dropping this month for PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X. Rebellion, the team behind Sniper Elite, is diving into survival horror with Atomfall, a post-apocalyptic open-world RPG set in an alternate 1962 Britain. Just think Fallout, but with a uniquely British twist. You're exploring a quarantined countryside 5 years after the nuclear disaster, where the survivors have gone a bit crazy, and the cultists, rogue military factions, and isolated weirdos all have their own secrets. Survival in this world means whatever you can get, so use your metal detector to dig up hidden loot, adding an extra layer of exploration. I like that the game lets you choose between being stealthy, or if you just want to go in swinging or shooting people, you can do that as well, and all your choices will affect different characters and factions around the world, which I really like because that makes your own save file very personal, so I'm probably going to be checking this one out. Inzoi is coming out to early access on March 28th, and it's definitely a game to keep your eye on. If you love The Sims, but you've always wanted something a bit more realistic with deeper gameplay, this is the game for you. Powered by Unreal Engine 5, Inzoi lets you create detailed characters, explore a fully customizable open world, and you get to experience all 4 seasons. Yes, your Zois will have to dress for the weather, or risk getting sick, or worse. The game's got a karma system too, so if your Zois get too evil, things will definitely go out of control. It's really got the perfect realistic life sim. I mean, everything from how they walk, talk, interact with people, all get changed throughout the day. They continually learn as they go to sleep, and they just grow and evolve. It seems to be a huge game, and I just can't wait to see all the clips that are going to appear online with this. And coming last on our list is Post-Trauma, dropping March 31st, so if you're into classic survival-like horror games, this one's definitely for you. It gives me Silent Hill vibes, also has some Resident Evil-ish puzzle solving in it. You play as the main character Ronin, a middle-aged train conductor who wakes up in this nightmare field dimension. The game is pretty linear, so as you go through the different rooms, figuring out the creepy puzzles, you're trying to find your way out. Fans who have already gotten their hands on the Post-Trauma demo have said that it's really good, and it feels like a genuine throwback to some PS2 era horror games, so if you are into being scared, don't miss out on what could be a new horror classic.
You have done?
I think I can try.
And there you have our list for some of the biggest games coming out this March. If there's a game on here you're excited to check out, let us know in the comments down below. Keep in mind that the release dates can change, so if you want to stay updated, be sure to check out the GX Corner release calendar for all the latest and upcoming games. Thanks for watching. I've been your host, Retrospect, and we'll see you right here in the next Opera GX video. Bye, everyone.